Good morning, my dear friends in Christ. As I welcome us again to this Eucharistic celebration, we hear Jesus sounding harshly to the scribes and the Pharisees. And he outlined what his complaints were. But two of them is standing out. And what he is complaining about is not far-fetched in our time and age, because we have more of religious people in this our era than we have Christians from the heart. I'm sure for those who are in the market environment, you may have noticed, with all due respect to all those who are within that environment and are making sincere and honest effort to keep up to their religious demands and obligations. But the point here is that it must translate into the Christianity that comes from the heart. In Port Harcourt environs, for instance, you go to the market called My One Market, you go to My Three Market, you go to Ikoku where you have the motor parts, you go to any part of the commercial area of the city, you will see some young men and women who gather by 12 p.m. to pray, and it's always a beautiful sight. Some Catholics among them begin with the Angelus, and after which they have some sessions of prayer, of praises, of worship moments. But it might jar your heart to imagine that even while you are coming to that environment and you are thinking that you have met some good breed of Christians, you might get the worst of material at the cost of the original that it is not. And in fact, they will even finish cheating you within the market environment and go back in continuation of the prayer, now this time around in thanksgiving to God for having provided you as an idiot that they were able to cheat. Religiosity has so beclouded our time and age that people no longer want to be Christians, but they want to be religious men and women. Jesus embraced the scribes and the Pharisees in the gospel reading of today. He says, woe to you! Not only that they don't want to be Christians at heart, they were religious leaders. Christianity at this point in time could not even have been the practice of the day, because these were Jews. But they were so legalistic about the law, and they were only interested in bringing out laws and laws that does not translate into love. And Jesus spoke vehemently against it. Woe to you! Not only that they don't want to be sincere in their practice of religion, but at the same time, they are shutting the door for others also to have access to worship God in truth and in spirit. Many of us are like these Pharisees. Our lives may have become a discouragement to a lot of people. If you're sincere to yourself, you may have come to the realization that in our time and age, especially even among the young, now it's even translating into elderly people whose faith are still shaky, that almost it is looking as if Christianity is becoming a distasteful religion in our time. The reason is because the aberration within it as a result of even religious leaders like you and some of our colleagues. Instead of leading people to God, sometimes we have led people to ourselves. And when you have Godified yourself, people are seeing you as God. Every word of your failure is interpreted as also God is failing them. We must learn to understand that we direct people to God and direct people to the practice of the faith that is sincere and authentic, not aberrations. For the fact that you find yourself in a garage does not make you a car. Just like Churchility cannot be mistaken for Christianity. Listen, your theology may be right, the sacraments may be right, your religiosity may be right, your piety excellent, but is your heart right? What Jesus is demanding from us is a heart that is totally transformed. Transformation does not mean having one leg in here and having one leg in there. That is not what transformation is. Transformation must be holistic and entire. Somebody can still be in Canada, but his heart is in his village. That is not transformation. Everything about you must be totally pledged for Christ and Christ alone. Beloved in Christ, let our Christianity be sincere. Let us become the Bible that people read out there every day. Let our life translate what we preach to others. Let us be authentic in our practice of Christianity. On the last day, Christ will be searching for our hearts. How many of your hearts will be transformed at that moment? So much so that we will merit your unveiling crown of glory. God bless you and have a beautiful day ahead.